Fantastic.
Good to see you.
Welcome to our headquarters.
I appreciate it. It's been a while, about 10 years since I've been here. I can't even remember how to get my way around.
Has it been that long? I didn't know that.
I think it is. Yeah, if you give us a tour, that'd
Sure.
be fantastic.
Come on in. This is a warrior instructor training. It's not really a school. It has a school function, but it's really for instructors. Mm-hmm. And we're here kind of in the middle, so might as well start here. Here's a picture of one of my original instructors, Master Reed. So we keep his picture up in his memory. He was my original instructor in Omaha with Grandmaster H.U. Lee, and you'll see all their pictures up around the building, the people that are really important to myself and the ATA.
And that's Richard Reed.
That's Richard Reed, and that's Richard Reed, R-E-E-D. Here's the masters in my particular group, mine and Master von Schmeling's. Sure. We got new ones that aren't up there yet. As we go through, you'll see my instructor in many places, and here's, all the pictures here are high ranks in the ATA, and some of my friends in there with Master Smith, Master Wallace, and Joe Corley, people who've helped me throughout the years. Sure. So anyway, you'll see a lot of pictures. I'm trying to remember the people that are important in my life. Here's the Grandmaster H.U. Lee. He's my instructor, Master Reed's partner. If you'll just kind of tell you a little about him, he's the most important man in my martial arts career for a long time. And his slogan is today not possible, tomorrow possible. And it turned out well for us in the ATA, and I still use it today. Here's where we go for business training. When we have business, we either bring our staff, mine and Master von Schmeling's at Victory Martial Arts, or staffs from around the world. We have about 120 people every time. Sometimes as many as 250 people come in for business training, Krav Maga, anything to do with the Warrior brand or the Warrior training systems. People come here to train. This is our headquarters, and you can see it's pretty big. This is about a third of the building, but we like it. We use it. Here you see some of the new merchandise and gear we're going through. We're having to compare the pricing from Pakistan to American pricing and also American sizing. So these are our new training gear. So people come in and they start with a rash guard and shorts. These are my size shorts when I was about 3. But anyway, we're excited about our new Warrior brand and Warrior Martial Arts. So we start training in really training gear, so it feels good, it feels better. And then we switch to a uniform when people upgrade to leadership. So that's kind of our program. This is an example of a front desk, because we do a lot of front desk training for people who have a front desk.
Right.
How to talk at a front desk, and if you're going to role play, you should role play in the environment. So we use a front desk here, and then of course the product display. So when you explain in your talk that if you need anything at all for the martial arts, you come here and get it. We have everything you'll need in our pro shop. That's part of our tour. So everybody, you need all this to really role play correctly or go into a school. So we do it all here. Nice. This is an office we have, so we're going to do an upgrade conference. We like people to go in there and practice just like they would in their school. So this is a whole training center, and this, of course, is the classroom. It seats 120 people. Here's a seating area when people come in and they want to talk a little casual with me. So this is, all the lights are off back here, but this is a seating area in my office. And then here's my office, and there's my new picture of a lion, because people always tell me it's good to be king, and they think I am. I'm not sure about that, but that was painted by one of my friends, Brett's daughter painted that for me.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, there's Donald. He's wishing me well in my new ventures. So these are all, and then your old offices here, and down there, Master von Schmeling. This is the conference room where we use our board to develop new products, new curriculum. These are all curriculum things we're working on right now in the world. And some of the new products you saw earlier. It was all designed in here with my team and everybody working together real closely. Master von Schmeling, myself, and some of the other seniors in the ATA, putting together a brand new curriculum for Warrior training systems.
Nice.
I'm glad you got your light. This is the new video training area we use for all Zoom training and any video training we have. This is our big screen TV. Our staff comes in here and we do, our meetings are now done here, not in the big room, so we can practice writing, and we Zoom with Miami here, we Zoom with Master von Schmeling's people and other people around the world. My meetings are available on Zoom, so people join us from all over.
Oh, wow.
So that's been good for us. We have a staff of 7 people that work full-time, and they service all the ATA and Karate America schools, and so they have a break room where we serve them food. They can escape to the back. Also, we're sitting on 3.5 acres of woods, and there's seating around in the outside if they want to get outside and seat and just escape. We ask them not
How
to go
long
out
have you
there.
been in this facility?
Wow, more than 10 years. I don't remember
Really?
exactly.
Okay.
Hey, a long time. Here's some of our chief instructors' offices. All these are held by instructors. All the offices down here.
Okay.
And all the chief instructors have either a cubicle or an office for Karate America, and from guest instructors have an office. This is the merchandise area in here where I try to keep everything they may need, so that if they need something today, they can come in and get it from me. Then we reorder from my suppliers. So we always have about $150,000 to $200,000 worth of merchandise on hand. Try to cover all the basics. If they need something special, we'll order it. But we try to have everything here, including all the new stuff that's coming out. These are the new Warrior gi tops for leadership people.
Yeah, these things are beautiful.
Yeah, this uniform is fantastic. I ordered them. We designed it. We designed the material. It's really cool. These are our cargo pants that we use for Krav, and of course we use t-shirts and compression clothes.
We just
But
ran out.
Pro Shop for adults, when they come into any of the training, a lot of times they don't have the equipment necessary, or they don't have the new apparel. So all the apparel is always in here, and when we have a training, we open this up and they can come in and pick what they need, get the sizes, try it on, and get what they need instead of ordering through the mail. So in January we'll have our next big one, and this will have a lot of new stuff. It'll be cool. It's gonna be fantastic. Here's a resource room of books that I've written and purchased from everybody. Anybody who's ever written anything in the martial arts is in here, and everything I've ever done is in here also.
Is that right?
So every single thing I've done, every course I've written and I've trained people in is in here. And we keep this. It's available to the people all the time. I go back to it all the time to see what we said, to see if anything that we quit using might help now. Because the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Sure.
And that's really the truth. So in here is thousands of hours of reading stuff. We allow the guys to come in, and we have a reading area here for the guys right by Jack Nicholson's in case they take it too serious. We let them sit and watch right under Jack's picture.
There you go.
And they can check it out, check anything out, take it with them as long as they bring it back.
Nice.
So it's like a library of.
Oh, we all remember all the old success kits and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Huh.
There's more stuff here than it take a lifetime to read it
Absolutely.
than a library. So and we're going back here to the instructor training area, which is also a full-time adult school.
Mm-hmm.
This is 8,000 square feet. Up on the top floor is where we do our Warrior X-Fit or Warrior Kickboxing. The bottom floor is Krav and private lessons. You can stay out there, guys. Doesn't bother me. Oh, okay. Hey, baby. This is Amanda, our program director. That's
Hey, Amanda.
Master Alfaro, our chief instructor for Krav. If you'll come, he'll be the one doing the training
Okay.
when you come to it. And all the equipment we use is back here. And these are some gentlemen that come here to take some private lessons. But this is all Krav down here all the time.
Right.
If you look around the corner down here is a private lesson room of about 900 square feet where we teach private lessons.
Oh, I see.
In that,
Yeah.
behind the fence there.
Yeah.
And just the office if there's a conference needed for anybody.
Sure.
So, but this is a full-time adult school. We run
And then when you
200
want to, you can open up the big, massive door.
We open up the door sometimes for boot camps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when people come for this, it's full. There's usually 200 plus people training, instructors from all over the world. They come from Europe, from South America, actually from everywhere, including from Africa, and from all over the United States to come take the Warrior training. And when they leave, they become certified to teach whatever program they taught. So I think it's a decent facility for instructors. It's really designed just for instructors, not as a school, but we use it as a school too. So people can actually see the functionality of an adult school. Is it possible? The answer is yes. If you want to teach adults, if you're sick of Tiny Tigers, this works. But I think Tiny Tigers are where all the joy and fun is. But this is an adult-only school. If you want one, come use the Warrior training, although that's what we use in all of our schools also.
Nice.
So I'm glad you guys could come by with Master Reed. I hope to see everybody out there who's following Master Reed to come to one of our Warrior trainings. Next one's at the end of January.
January
You're all welcome,
2020.
no matter what your association or affiliation is. We just come and train. Warrior's about only three things: teaching, testing, training. That allow you to build a career in martial arts. Those are the three things we work on: teaching, training, and testing. Those are the things. So I look forward to seeing everybody here, and Master Reed will come train right along with you.
You got it. Thank you, boss.
How we doing, folks? Randy Reed here for Reed on the Road. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida, with the legend himself, Master Bill Clark. Been a friend of mine for, God, how long? Been 30 years? Probably.
More, maybe more.
Maybe more. And he was gracious enough to take some time off today. You saw the beautiful tour of his headquarters school. And now we're up at his penthouse suite here in downtown Jacksonville, overlooking the St. Johns River, on the 37th floor. And so I guess the first question I'm going to ask is, these penthouse suites aren't cheap. Your massive headquarters isn't cheap. How does somebody that started in the martial arts business with one school 40, 50 years ago get to the level you're at now? Let's establish that. You've got how many schools?
I have 21 schools.
21, and then you're in partnerships.
A lot of smaller partnerships and associations around the country.
Yep.
And around the world too. I have somebody in Spain that's an affiliate of mine, and so I have people everywhere. But I started with a school 933 square feet.
Is that right?
On Atlantic Boulevard. You've been to my original school?
Oh yeah.
On Atlantic Boulevard.
Yeah.
And it's just been a fabulous ride. But it's all about people.
Right.
And I knew that from my instructor, Grandmaster H.U. Lee. I followed him, and he said, "Find people that'll follow you, and we'll do this together." And just by following a system over and over without deviating. Every time I deviated, I got off track. I got in the fitness business, drove me crazy. I did a lot
Drove
of
me bankrupt.
drove me bankrupt too. Got in the real estate business along with it, and the martial arts industry is the best damn industry. We change lives. We can make money, but we can make a difference.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. We do make money, and we can help our instructors have a real career, not just a job. That's my focus. Has been from day one. Is can I create instructors that want to have a career, not just a job for a few years? And that's my focus. That's how it worked.
Yeah, and you've always been a leader in the industry. We come from your huge headquarters school. We got in your Maserati. We drove over to a penthouse suite here that's not cheap, and it's an inspiration for other people. I mean, you started out like everybody did. One small school. You worked on it. You instituted systems, and now you're arguably the most successful multi-school owner in the country. Can you elaborate a little bit more on working with people? It's so hard to hold those organizations. I tried it. I didn't enjoy it a bit. But you've done tremendous in that ability to organize, continue to train your people, and to keep them loyal to you.
I think that I've tried to keep myself fresh. There's always more to learn, so I've tried to learn myself. I've tried to keep current with the industry, so I learn and I can be their instructor, not their boss. I'd much rather be their instructor and their mentor than their boss or anything like that. I don't want to micromanage anybody. I want people to live up to their own expectations. And I have very successful people. I'm surrounded now by probably the best team I've ever had. Mm-hmm. And it is a matter of running your business for your instructors, not for the organization. Right. And that's how we built the ATA. They had a master's council and a founders council, actually, that was appointed by Grandmaster H.U. Lee. And we built one of the largest organizations in the world by focusing not on ourselves, the ATA, but focusing on the individual instructors. That worked extremely well. And we built a huge organization. I did the same thing myself, focused on the instructors, not so much myself, because if you help them, you'll always make enough money.
Sure.
When you're only worried about yourself and your own income, right. I think that's fraught with problems.
Right. And you've got people that have been with you for 30 plus years.
More, longer.
Yeah.
I've got people that actually have been with me 40 years, and a lot of instructors have been 20 years.
Yeah.
They're not 100% loyal. Most people work in their own best interest, regardless of who they stab in the back.
Right.
And they've always got their own excuse for that.
Right.
But I can only work with the people that are loyal, sure. And I'll be loyal to them forever. Right. So it kind of goes both ways too.
Right. Yeah. And if you're around this business long enough, you're gonna encounter people who really don't fit your model or your values, and it's time to go give them a chance to be successful someplace else. And we've all had that experience in time and in life. That's part of us getting older. We know more of this stuff than we did when we were young.
Well, I just don't take it personal if someone leaves. Right. But if they leave and stay in my city, or they leave and try to hurt my business, I do look for opportunities to even the playing field.
Sure.
I do look for opportunities. I don't let it slide, and just don't let my silence assume that I agree with the bullshit you're doing.
Right.
It's not like that at all. It's not an emergency for me right now, but eventually everybody's got to pay the price for their lack of loyalty and receive the benefits for their loyalty.
Sure.
Works both ways.
I think there were some occasions in the past where someone's left you to try to compete against you, and you opened up schools in that area and then teach for free for a while.
I did that 100 years ago in Orange Park, and I have that same situation going on right now, where someone who I really took care of opened up a school, and then they try to hire all the people we fire to open up more schools, but they will fail. I'm just hoping I can put them out of business before they fail on their own. But they will fail on their own because they're using people that I fired or that couldn't make it with me. But people are either loyal or they're not. There's no middle ground. There's a loyalty is a decision I made to follow H.U. Lee's way and to follow the Founders Council. And in my own schools, I have guys that are really, really loyal, and both ways. I'm really loyal to them and their families.
And now at when we did the tour of the headquarters, I see that you've got a new project, your Warrior.
I don't know how new Warrior is. I brought out Warrior X-Fit, which is a kickboxing program about 23 years ago. And I gave it to the ATA and all the instructors there, and I built a pretty big following with it. It's still online. It's still free. I teach it in all my schools. It's a great workout. It's a great way to introduce kickboxing to people. Warrior's expanded to many other areas. And what we do in Warrior is we teach people to teach. We train people. We test people. And that's what we really do. We don't do tournaments and stuff at Warrior. We do training and testings and teaching people how to teach, because that's one really missing element. We also help them with their business, because that goes without saying. No matter how much you love teaching, you can't teach as many people as if you go broke as if you stay in business. So I've got to help people make money, and I think we're doing a good job with it. Warrior is a very unique product, and the Warrior teaching system has been phenomenal. That's what I'm working on, and I think it's because you got to stay current. You can't just, you can do whatever you want, but staying current with the times without changing your philosophy is what I believe in.
So also with this Warrior program, you've got a new program coming out for Warrior, correct?
Well, I have a new curriculum for Warrior, yes. But I also have a brand new model school coming out. It's smaller. It's very high tech. There's 12. There's 15 TV screens, all with a different purpose inside it. It's Karate for Kids. That's a brand I own, Karate for Kids. And it's going to be available to people. But I'll prove it'll work with 100 students. That can be a remote program for someone to own and make a lot of money. Very simple curriculum that's very dynamic. But it's a brand new, no one's seen anything like it before. I'll debut it in January at the Masters Gathering. People will be allowed to go through and tour it. And by then I'll have some history. I can say, here's what we did. Here's how long it took us to get us to profitability. I'm assuming 90 days. From zero to profitability, working 3 to 4 hours a night. That's it.
Well, and then when you come to Cozumel and
I'll talk about
February, we can talk about it then.
I'll talk about it then.
We have plenty of data at that time.
Right. Yep. I'll have a lot of information on it. But it is it's exciting to learn things and to do new things.
Yeah. I saw the pictures of the design, and there's no school that looks like that in the country. The business model, I think, is unique. And it'll be something for everyone to keep their eye on and see what direction you're leading the industry, as you have done for 40-some years. Yeah.
There are some people that follow and some people that just try to rip you off. Either way is okay with me, because copies it's like a copy of Louis Vuitton. It's still a copy.
Yeah, it's still a copy.
It's still a copy.
Well, and it's you're 10 steps ahead of everybody else anyway. By the time they're copying your old stuff, so that doesn't much matter. They're copying you, but they're not copying your lifestyle, and your lifestyle speaks to your success. And you've had a tremendous amount of success. You've got a tremendous lifestyle. A lovely lady and Nancy, and you had a great time going through this. Now, I'm whining and crying because I'm 66 years old and getting old. You haven't slowed down a bit.
73, my friend. Feels like I'm getting started. Joe Crowley told me I'm halfway there, so I got to keep going.
Well, here you are at 73. You're still running an incredibly successful company. You're about to start an offshoot of it with this other one. You keep going. I'll keep following you, boss.
Okay, no problem. It's been fun.
Thank you.
It's going to be fun in the future too.
I know it will.